Hey guys, this is Eve with Scrapbooking with Me, and I had quite a few people who asked me would I do a mini album, one that's a little bit larger than the ones that I have been showing, one that you can put 4x6 photos in, things like that. So I thought I would do a really quick one. This is not my original design. The person who originated this mini album is Laura Dennison. I've done quite a few of them and I love them. They're easy, they're quick, and they don't use that much paper. But they're simple to put together, but they do hold lots and lots of photos. And I don't have one to show you because I haven't put one together that I haven't already given away a good while ago that I know of, unless there's one hiding somewhere. But anyway, we're just going to start out and get it going. And I'm just going to use some craft cardstock for my base because I don't know for sure what color I'm going to use for my mats. So we're just going to go with craft. You can always do a craft for your base and then pick out your designer paper to put on top later. So what we're going to do, I'm starting off with 12 by 12 sheets of paper. And we're going to cut these down to 6 by 12. So we're just basically cutting them in half. And you're going to need 5 of those. So we're going to go ahead and cut some more. Oh, I can't pick things up today. Alright, so we've got 6, but that'll be fine. We'll use that other part. Now what you're going to do is bring in your scoreboard and find my, there it is, right there. Started to say find my little stylus, but there you go. Now for the front piece, one of these is going to be your front cover, front and back cover. What you're going to do is put it in on the long side in your scoreboard, and you're going to score at 4 1/4. Then you're going to score at 5 1/4. Then you're going to score at 9 1/2 and at 10 1/2. And I like to flip my paper over and do the scoring again lightly because that helps break down the fibers so that it doesn't crack. Because the last thing that we want is to put a lot of time and effort into a mini album and then have it crack on us. Alright, now all you're going to do now is just fold on your score lines. And that is going to be the cover of your mini album. And it's even going to have a front part that closes over, but you can see how that is going to be. It's going to be 6 inches tall and about 4 1/2 inches wide. So that's going to be a nice mini album. It'll be big enough to put your photos in. This will be a good Mother's Day gift as well. Now, that's going to be our cover. We're going to lay it aside, and we're going to work on our first sheet. Now, on this first sheet, you're going to score on the long side at 3. Let's see if I'm down. Pull that down some. 7 and 8. Okay, I'm going to flip it over and do the same thing. 3, 7, and 8. So I'm going to lay that one aside for now. I'm going to pick up my next sheet. This is going to be my page number 2. Put it on the long side. Score at 4. 4 3/4. 8 3/4. And then flip it over and do the same thing on the other side. So we're scoring at 4, 4 3/4, and then 8 3/4. So we'll lay that one aside. And now pick up your next page. It's page number 3. Alright, put it in on the long side. You're going to score it at 3 1/2, and at 7 1/2, and at 8. And all these score lines will make sense when this starts coming together. And a lot of you may have already made these albums. It's just I had quite a few people who asked, could I show them how to make one? And so I told them, yes, of course I will. Alright, this is page number 4. You're going to score it at 4. 4 1/4. I like to lost my measurements there. 4, 4 1/4, and then 8 1/4. Flip it over and do the same thing. 4, 4 1/4, and 8 1/4. Okay, so we have all of our sheets of paper. This is number 4. This is number 3. This is number 2, and this is number 1. So we're going to go ahead and burnish our score lines on here. And it's important that you keep these in the keep them in line as you scored them. You'll know why in a moment. That's important. Just helps things go together a lot quicker. And this is a very thick cardstock that I have here. So, all right, there's number 1. And I'll lay number 2 right in there on it. And then this is the next one. And I'm going to lay that one in there. And then this is my last one, I think. Okay. Okay, so we have all those scored, and now we're going to take our cover, and this is the cover that we made. This is our hinge right here. So this is our flap that's going to fold over. This is our hinge. We're going to take our first sheet, and it will be the one that has the widest score mark in it if you kind of lose your way there. We're going to take our first sheet, and I'm going to use some wet glue just so that it'll give me a little bit of time for wiggle room. We're going to put our adhesive on the hinge, and it's going, the wide part, or the part that has the fold, is going to go to the left on your first one, and you're going to line the hinges up together. Those hinges should fit exactly because they're supposed to be the same size. So you're going to line those up just exactly together. Alright, then you're going to take your next page, which will have the next narrower score line, and your flap, this little flap, will be on the right hand side. You're just going to alternate them. You're going to put your adhesive on the hinge, and this art glitter glue holds very, very well, so you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about it not holding good. Okay, so you're going to put that one in the center of those, of your hinge that's below. Just put this one in the center. Okay, have you noticed I can't talk and work at the same time? So put that one in the center like that. Make sure it's lined up and it's even on both ends. Press it down. So then you're going to take the next one with your next narrowest little hinge, which is like that, and you're going to take the flap and put it the opposite way you did that one. So it's going to go on this side. And when I get this put together and I show you how it folds up, it's going to make a lot more sense. Alright, so put that hinge down right in the center of the one before that one. Just kind of center it up between your score lines so that it's straight on there. And I do much better if I go this way because I know about what I need to leave. So let me twist this around and put it down, and then I will, there we go. Alright, so we got that. There's that one. Make sure that it's about the same between both score marks. I need to pull that just a little bit. That's why I like putting it down with wet glue. You've got a little bit of time. Alright, and then your last page, and it's going to go this way. So there's my flaps. I'm going to put my flap on the other side. So I'm going to run a little bit of adhesive down through there. Whoops. Try to keep it on the flap. And I'm going to put this hinge right down in the center of one before it. And again, it's a little bit easier for me to turn it and do this than to try to do it like that. It's just a little easier for me. Plus this paper is really, really thick. And so I'm having to fight a little bit with my paper here. Okay, I'm going to pull this way just a little bit. Whoops! That was a little bit much. There we go. I think that's about right. So I'm going to put a little more glue under there because I pulled that a little bit too much. And press that down. Alright, let's check this side. Yeah, we're good. Okay, so this is the way, this is going to be a page, this will be a page, this can be a flap, or you can round the corners and glue the sides down and let it be a pocket. There's tons of things that you could do with that. So that one folds that way, and then you've got your next one, and then your next one, and then this one, and then there is your mini album. Now you can cover these pages before you put them together. I didn't do that because I wanted to get the book together, and then tomorrow, I'm not going to try to put it on this video because it would be way too long, but tomorrow we will put the designer paper on the outside. I'm going to choose what paper I'm going to use, and we'll put the paper on there, and we'll build up our pages, and we'll go from there. But that's all I'm going to do for tonight. I'm going to let that sit and dry really well. But as you can see how the hinges are all in there, nice and neat. They're all glued very well, so I don't think it's going anywhere. And then tomorrow we'll decorate this up. Okay? We will talk to you guys later. Please join in tomorrow for part 2 of our mini album. We will put the designer paper on it, and we will decorate it, and I may even put some photos in there. Alright guys, we'll talk to you later. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe. Bye-bye.